comes the sun, I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long.
Hello, I'm Steve Weber, the host of Beatles Rewind. As always, I'm joined by my co-host and fellow Beatle maniac, my partner Cassandra. Good morning, Cass.
Good morning. Always a great day to talk about the Fab Four.
It is. Cass, let's talk about George Harrison today. What are his most famous songs, the songs that people listen to the most?
Some amazing songs, and when you look at that body of work, it's pretty astounding.
It really is. So today, we're going to analyze George's most popular songs. But we're not just looking at the charts from the 60s or 70s.
No, the game has totally changed. We're using modern metrics here.
Exactly. We're looking at sales data combined with streaming volume.
Yeah.
So Spotify is really the main yardstick for what's popular right now globally.
And we've ranked his top 10 most listened to songs, and I think the results might surprise a lot of people. It really redefines his legacy.
It completely shifts the focus. So let's just jump right in with number one. It's Here Comes the Sun, from the 1969 album, Abbey Road.
And the data on this is it's staggering. It's not just the champion of George's songs.
Right.
It is the most streamed song in the entire Beatles catalog in the modern era.
That context is huge. I mean, think about it. This song consistently outperforms Hey Jude, Let It Be, all of those massive Lennon-McCartney hits.
And we have the numbers. As of late 2024, the main version has soared past 1.6 billion streams on Spotify.
1.6 billion.
And it hit a huge milestone. It was the first Beatles track, and get this, the first song from the entire 1960s to cross the 1 billion stream mark.
Wow. When was that?
That was back in May of 2023. And it's not just streaming, it's also certified triple platinum in the UK.
The origin story is just fascinating, too. The song has this feeling of profound relief and hope.
And that comes directly from how it was written. George was basically skipping a boring meeting at Apple Corps.
He called it playing truant.
Exactly. He just escaped the business side of things, wandered into Eric Clapton's garden. It was a beautiful spring day. He picked up a guitar, and the song just poured out.
You can hear that effortless energy in it. And musically, it's so sophisticated but sounds so simple.
It's a quiet masterclass. You've got his signature acoustic guitar, of course, but also the Moog synthesizer is so prominent.
Which he introduced to the band, right?
He did. The Moog was it was revolutionary for 1969. Super expensive, really hard to program.
So it was his thing.
It was. He actually recorded that Moog part after Paul and Ringo had already gone home for the day. And you also hear these little time signature changes, which were heavily influenced by his study of Indian classical music.
And that core message, light after darkness, it just connects with everyone. Music journalists often say its streaming dominance is proof that George has become Gen Z's favorite Beatle.
You hear those stories all the time. A teenager hears it, assumes it's a new indie pop song because it sounds so fresh.
So timeless.
It is. Now, to put that 1.6 billion streams in perspective, the all-time Spotify leader, The Weeknd's Blinding Lights, is over 5 billion.
Okay, so that's a different stratosphere.
But even the big 2024 hit, Billie Eilish's Birds of a Feather, just passed 1.77 billion. So George's song from 1969 is hanging right there with the biggest hits of today.
That's incredible. So if Here Comes the Sun is the modern blockbuster, then number two is the timeless classic.
Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way she moves. I don't wanna leave her now. I believe in her. Somewhere in the way she smiles.
Something. Also from Abbey Road.
This is the one that really put him on equal footing as a songwriter, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about the praise. Frank Sinatra called it the greatest love song of the past 50 years.
And the covers. My God.
Over 150 recorded versions. James Brown, Elvis, Sinatra himself, everyone wanted to sing that song.
Commercially, it was a monster in the U.S. It came out as a double A-side with Come Together.
And it hit #1. That was George's first composition to top the American charts. It was long overdue.
And he wrote it for his first wife, Pattie Boyd. The melody just came to him during a break from working on the White Album.
It's just a masterpiece of songwriting. And it's the perfect bridge to what comes next, his huge solo statement.
Right. The All Things Must Pass album, which just dominates the middle of this list. At #3, we have his signature solo song, My Sweet Lord.
My sweet Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I really want to see you, really want to be with you, really want to see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord, my sweet Lord.
This track really redefined him outside the Beatles. It's got around 666 million streams, but its real impact historically was in sales.
I mean,
7.75 million physical copies sold. That made it one of the absolute best-selling singles of the entire 1970s.
and another landmark for him, right?
It was the first #1 hit by any ex-Beatle. He beat John, Paul, and Ringo to the top of the charts.
And the spiritual mission behind it is so key. He deliberately blended the Hindu Hare Krishna with the Christian Hallelujah.
He wanted to sort of sneak spirituality onto Pop 40 radio. The idea was that you'd be singing this mantra, connecting to something divine, before you even realized what you were singing.
The sound is just huge. That's Phil Spector's wall of sound in full effect.
Absolutely. An avalanche of instruments. You've got Eric Clapton, Ringo on drums. But we have to mention the legal controversy.
The plagiarism suit.
He's so fine by the chiffons.
Exactly. The judge eventually ruled that George had subconsciously copied the melody, a landmark case. It basically established you could infringe on a copyright without even meaning to.
That must have been devastating for him.
It was, financially and emotionally. But the song's sincerity still shines through, which is why it's still so beloved today.
And that album, All Things Must Pass, it just keeps giving.
While My Guitar Gently Weeps, from the White Album.
A classic deep cut that streaming has now turned into a massive mainstream hit.
And he wrote it based on a kind of creative exercise. He just opened a book at random, saw the phrase gently weeps, and wrote a song about the universe feeling disconnected. Okay, so now for a big jump forward in time to number 5.
The big comeback.
Yeah.
Got my mind set on you.
All the way to 1987 from the Cloud 9 album. This was his triumphant return after a 5-year break, and it shot right to number 1 in the US, his third one.
But a lot of people don't realize it's actually a cover song.
That's right, an obscure R&B track by an artist named James Ray from 1962. George and Jeff Lynne just completely reworked it.
They turned it into this perfect, glossy, late 80s pop anthem.
And that music video was everywhere on MTV with the animatronic animals and the dancing furniture. It introduced him to a whole new audience. So let's move ahead to number 6 on our list, 1973.
Give me love, give me peace on earth.
And this one achieved something kind of amazing. It knocked Paul McCartney's song, My Love, right off the top of the US charts.
I bet that felt pretty good for him. He was on a real commercial hot streak then.
He really was. Give Me Love was number 1 on the singles chart at the same time its album, Living in the Material World, was number 1 on the album chart. He'd done the exact same thing a few years earlier.
The song is so direct, he called it a prayer and personal statement.
And that sincerity is what makes it last.
Sunrise doesn't last all morning. A cloudburst doesn't last all
Then at number 8, we had the title
day.
track, All Things Must Pass.
The song itself is such a beautiful meditation on impermanence, and the backstory is probably the most famous example of his frustration within the Beatles.
He wrote it back in '69, right?
He did, and he offered it to the band, and they rejected it. And that kind of rejection is why he had this huge stockpile of songs ready to go in 1970.
The lyrics were inspired by Timothy Leary's take on the Tao Te Ching.
That's right, the phrase itself. And the song has really become an anthem for loss and resilience. It's just so profound.
And that brings us to number 9. Isn't it a pity?
He put 2 different versions of this on the album. The main one is the sprawling 7-minute epic.
It was the B-side to My Sweet Lord. But it's a heavyweight song on its own. It's this lament about how people hurt each other.
And you can't help but hear that as a commentary on the Beatles' breakup. The bitterness, the acrimony, it's all in there.
The production is just majestic. That long fade out, the coda, it feels like an answer to Hey Jude.
It really does. And again, this was another brilliant song he'd offered to the band, and they passed on.
Isn't it a pity? Isn't it a shame how we break each other's hearts and cause each other pain? How we take each other's love without thinking anymore, forgetting to give back. Isn't it a pity? I'm shouting all about love. Well, they cheated you like a dog, and you were the one who had made it so clear all along. much honesty, but you point the way to the truth when you say all you need is love. Baby, with good and bad, I always looked up to you. Now we're left cold inside by someone, the devil's best friend, someone who offended you. I'm shouting all about love. Well, they cheated you like a dog, and you were the one who had made it so clear all those years ago. Talking all about how to give, they don't act with much honesty, but you point the way to the truth when you say all you need is love.
So that's the top 10. But we have to give a few honorable mentions.
Oh, for sure. You can't skip Bangladesh. That was basically pop music's first major benefit record. It set the stage for Live Aid.
There's also When We Was Fab, that great nostalgic look back at Beatlemania.
Another great Jeff Lynne production. And of course, the Traveling Wilburys. You have to include huge songs like Handle with Care and End of the Line.
When you pull all this together, what's so striking is this duality in his work. He wrote these deeply spiritual, introspective songs.
Like My Sweet Lord or All Things Must Pass.
Exactly. And yet, those are the very songs that achieved massive mainstream success.
It's powerful proof that, sincerity isn't a barrier to commercial success. It actually helps a song endure across generations.
It really does. And that brings us to a final thought for you to consider. We talked about how these brilliant songs like All Things Must Pass and Isn't It a Pity were rejected by the Beatles.
Right.
So given that Here Comes the Sun is now the most streamed Beatles song in the world, what does this streaming era vindication say about those original band dynamics? And maybe, just maybe, whose musical instincts have truly stood the test of time?
It's a fascinating question. It makes you wonder what might have been.
Well, thanks for joining us today. Whenever you feel like knowing more about the Beatles, visit us at BeatlesRewind.com. Every day, we do something new there. Song reviews, album reviews, movie reviews, documentaries, trivia, all things Beatles. Every day, 8 days a week. You can find us on the website, BeatlesRewind.com. You can subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon Podcasts, practically anywhere on the inner tubes. The Beatles, all day, every day. Cass, we'll do it again tomorrow.
Right.
You know it. Talk to you then.
Until next time, when you listen.
Your mind conducts its own symphony.